Hey everybody, I'm Josh. Thank you. On the show today, I'll explain to you why I'm sitting by myself. We're going to be talking about family, and I have an announcement to make. This is Shit Talkin'. So I'm going to get to my announcement and the explanation as to why I'm here by myself. They're kind of lumped together. So as of Saturday night, we were all still planning on getting together Sunday to film. Sunday rolls around, I get a text message from one of the co-hosts saying her grandfather is not doing very well, and that she needed to go be with her family, which obviously family is number one. So I canceled the full cast episode, which also is for another reason. I got a promotion at work, and I'm going to be moving about an hour away. Right now, when we planned to do our filming, we were going to meet. That was about 20 minutes from all of us. And so now I'm going to be an hour from either of the ladies. So it leads me to, I'm going to do the rest of the show, the rest of this season by myself. That will give me time to revisit the do I want a co-host situation. Yeah, so my second option is to keep the ladies, and we've got one of us has to do the traveling, either them travel to me or me pack up all the production stuff and travel to them, or take turns. Or if the travel becomes too much of a hassle and I feel that I do want to have a co-host or two, I may start looking for them locally. So I don't know. But doing the shows the rest of the season will give me time to get to where I'm moving to and get acclimated to my new position as well as my new surroundings. So yeah, I'm really excited. I can't wait. It's been kind of in the works for a while, but something happened and it just kind of happened sooner than we all expected. So without further ado, let's get back to this week's episode, and we're going to be talking about family. So we're going to take a look at some not-so-right family photos, as well as some homework assignments from kids that will make you go, what? But first, it's time for another cheesy monologue. Hold on tight. Here we go. Here's today's point to ponder. If you're told to expect the unexpected, wouldn't the unexpected then be expected? If I had to describe myself in one word, I would say bad at following directions. My doctor just told me that I suffer from paranoia. Okay, let's be honest, he really didn't say that, but I know that's what that ass was thinking. A new study out says that 75% of German Shepherds are dogs. Let's be clear here. I put the sexy in dyslexia. When I was growing up, I had an ant farm, but I got rid of them after they didn't produce any crops. I asked for a mixed drink when I went to the bar the other night. The mixologist asked me what I wanted. I said, "What do you have?" They said, "Schloer." I said, "What do you have?" A pun about steaks is a rare medium well done. I saw my first porno the other day. Man, did I look skinnier. And finally, did you hear about the nurse that found a rectal thermometer in her coat pocket? Yeah, apparently some ass stole her pen. Now here's a shitty segue to the next segment. We're going to take a look at some shitty family photos in this week's edition of What's Wrong Here? So I understand having someone dress up as an angel during a Christmas photo, but the two naked people, neither of whom I'd really like to see naked. I'd rather not see this person naked or dressed. I have no idea what the photographer was thinking when he asked the next people to pose like this. Really? Is that a new fad that I don't know of? The family that picks their nose together digs for gold together. Nothing says the holidays like getting in a hot tub naked with your family and taking a Christmas photo. Nothing to say about this next one. The family that fights together wears their taekwondo uniforms in a family picture. I'm really hoping this was a Christmas photo. I mean, who else would dress like that? Get it? Whoville? Okay. Anyway, moving on. This next one, I feel bad for the dog in this picture, not just because he got neutered, but because they're making fun of him. I mean, seriously. This next one, okay. So I'm going to pull the picture up, and then I'm going to explain to you what we're looking at. Okay? First of all, we're looking at a mother and a daughter in their bras. Not bikinis, but bras. Secondly, the father is grabbing the daughter's boob with an axe between her boobs. What? And finally, here's a picture of my real parents. Can you tell who I get my looks from? Just kidding, it's not my real parents. That's my cousin. Anyway, so I remember growing up and doing homework assignments. Hey, they asked the question, I'm giving you the answer. Whether it was what you wanted to hear or the correct answer. But we're going to take a look at some not so right ones in this week's edition of Oops. And it would help if I had it selected. There we go. I'm going to read the question to you and then show you the picture when I'm ready to read the question or the answer. Here we go. Evan told his class that the people in his family have a total of 14 legs altogether. Quentin said that Evan must have 7 people in his family. Is Quentin correct? Explain why or why not. Yes, because 14 divided by 2 equals 7, but not everyone has 2 legs. Go to www.woundedwarriorproject.org. No one likes a smartass. So for this next one, again, no one likes a smartass. The question is, Bobby has 4 dimes, Amy has 30 pennies. Which child has more money? They put Bobby. How do you know? Show your thinking. They drew a picture of them thinking the answer Bobby. Seriously. My dad is the best cock ever. And for the record, that's a picture of a chef. I had to cut out the chef of it, the chef in the picture. So it's not what it looks like. How do you make your marriage work? Tell your wife she looks pretty, even if she looks like a dump truck. Next up, there we go. I feel happy when I get hot chocolate. Moving on, the instructions said to write less than or greater than. So the kid put or. What are some important products in your state? Weed, tomatoes, and milk. Oy. Marcus is the strongest kid in 2nd grade. He used to lift 12 pounds, now he can lift 97 pounds. How much more can he lift? Marcus is on steroids. The truth hurts. I think my mom should do less of this. Drink wine. Again, truth hurts. And finally, I'm assuming this person was talking about a deck. My dick is made of hard wood. My dick is very big. My mother says only my friends can sit on my dick. So, enough about dicks and assholes. So, right now we're going to talk about last week was 4th of July weekend. So, let me tell you what I did. I hope you all had a good 4th of July weekend. I went to a friend's house. His wife was out of town for a family thing. And so we decided to get the guys together and have a good old-fashioned I'm sorry, everybody, but I think I smell smoke, which can only mean one thing. It's time for the return of Yubber! Origami Party. We got together and folded paper together, okay? My favorite one to do is the snowball. That's my favorite one to do. Anyway. Moving on. First up, Utah. According to a new survey, you are the happiest state in the country. So basically what the study found was that no one ever leaves the state of Utah. You know that in other states, you can order a beer without having to order food. Also, what's with the shape, Utah? You look like a rectangle that had a lobotomy. I am assuming that you guys are so happy over there because you're getting a contact high from Colorado. Utah, yummer! Pumpkins. When God created you, I bet he was like, I've made so many beautiful things. Why not make a vegetable that looks like a giant orange butt? Pumpkins, you gross, and just like the pies my mom makes with you, you burn. Animals. What are you doing living in the woods like hobos? Evolve. Get thumbs. Get some clothes. Hungry? Get a job, you bums. You're nothing but a bunch of freeloaders, and for the love of God, figure out something else to do with your poop. I'm tired of being evolved. I know you can't understand words, animals, but you burn. Next up, Gmail auto reply suggestions. Could you be any more off? I got an email from the Red Cross the other day telling me they're in need of blood donations now more than ever, and the suggested reply was, ha ha, neat. If you're going to give me suggestions, at least give me something that I can use. Like when I get a work email at 3 a.m., I could always it would suggest to email off, Daryl. Here's a suggestion for you, Gmail auto reply suggestions. Yabbar! Next up, Marie Kondo. Okay, let me get this straight. You want me to get rid of everything that doesn't spark joy in my life? Well, to be honest, you're not sparking joy in my life right now, so get the hell out of my house. Also, stop trying to get me to get rid of my old t-shirts. I like my old t-shirts. Sure, Joe Lieberman and Al Gore aren't running for president, but in this day and age, who knows what's going to happen tomorrow? Marie Kondo. Get some joy out of this. You burn. Oh, sorry. Mixed up. There we go. Next up, swans. Look at you strutting around thinking you're so much better than geese. You're just very attractive ducks with shitty attitudes. Also, you're still a bird. You've got a weird beak, webbed feet, and no arms, you freak. Also, swans, stop giving ugly kids the thought that they might grow up beautiful. Just because it happened once with Jerry O'Connell doesn't mean it's going to happen again. Swans, you better start swimming because yubber. Merry-go-rounds. Who is this fun for? Every time I hear a kid say we on a merry-go-round, they're actually trying to say we want the hell off this thing. If I want to see people spin around until they throw up, I would just go to a fish concert. Sideburned fish. Hey, merry-go-rounds, if you're supposed to be for kids, why not give the horse a smile instead of the I just got rabies look? Merry-go-round, sit, spin, ya burn. Sex ed. Finally, a place where teenagers can talk with adults as much as they've always wanted to about genitalia and bodily fluids. You know when you don't want to hear about the nuances of a woman's body? When you're 14 and in gym shorts. Sex ed is a very eloquent, tactful discussion. So who better to teach the class than a 52-year-old grizzled wrestling teacher who still uses the word Orientals. Well, sex ed, you necessary, but you burn. Elliptical machines. Do you enjoy running but wish it were more unnatural and with a jerking motion? Try elliptical machines. What are you training for? A grand mal seizure? Ellipticals, you're nobody's first choice at the gym. You're just what people choose when all the treadmills are taken. Just like the guys on Tinder, there's a reason you're all still available. Elliptical machines, you're not an exercise, you're a cop-out. So, you also burn. Recycling. I'm sorry, recycling, but if I wanted to take time and sort through 20 different items, I would just 20 pieces of garbage. I'd rather be on The Bachelor. Okay, recycling, I appreciate that we're all trying to do our best to try and keep this environment cleaner, but I'm pretty sure this is a scam. It's really depressing when I wasted 15 minutes scrubbing out that hummus container just to watch the trash collector throw it in the same container as the normal trash. Well, you know what, recycling? Recycle, reduce, reuse, reverse! Oh, that sound means we're out of time, not just for this segment, but for the show in general. So it's time for our goodbye. Goodbyes are never easy, according to Mel Robbins, but you can always find a little good in them. Like in these two updates, if you remember last season, I did one edition of Hitch 'em or Ditch 'em, and then I scrapped it from the show. Well, I heard back from two of the ladies that emailed me, and here are the updates. The first email that I'm going to update you on was about a letter about she had a boyfriend, but she was away at school and met somebody new who she referred to as X. They began having a deeper level, a connection that she had never felt before. My advice was to take some time away from the boyfriend, and whether she told X that, yeah, this is what I'm doing, let's see what happens, or don't tell X and just see what happens. And here's what happened. So she she took a break from the boyfriend and started dating X, and they are still together. And they're really happy. And like I said in the segment then, everything in life happens for a reason. And whether this person came into your life just to be your best friend or came into your life because it was the first person you were meant to be with, everybody has a reason for coming into your life. Well, my next update is from a girl who caught her boyfriend looking at gay porn. He said he wasn't confused, that he looked out of curiosity and had only done it on a couple of other occasions. She was afraid that she couldn't trust him and that she was just there to make him look straight. Well, they're getting married in 2022. Congratulations. They took some time apart, like I suggested, and he has since not watched gay porn. That they decided during that break that they were that the other person was the person they wanted to be with. And she realized that she was just kind of freaked out at first about what was going on and that she can trust him. So yeah, they're getting married in 2022. Congratulations to all you guys. So that ends the show today. Unfortunately, with TikTok possibly being banned in the United States, I am not going to give you my TikTok information anymore. But here is my show email, my Twitter, and my Instagram. Please follow me on all three of them. Email me if you have a story or something that you think I should see to use in the show. And then follow my Instagrams just to catch up on what's going on with my big move. Well, I want to thank you all for watching this episode. It's only a 20-minute-ish episode, but I hope you understand as to why the girls weren't with me. And I hope that you understand why I made the decision about doing the rest of the season by myself. Hopefully for season 3, once I make a decision whether the girls will be with me, if I find new co-hosts or just do the show myself, I probably won't have a decision made until season 3. But once I make that decision, I'm definitely going to stick to it. And if I say that I'm going to have guests on, I'm going to have guests on. And I'm not going to keep prompting it or keep teasing it and it not happen. So it's nothing against the ladies. I decided to kind of end it when I was just going to get together with Alyssa, or I'm sorry, with Chandler after Alyssa texted me. But yeah, I felt that I just needed the time to be able to get to my new store and my new apartment without having to have worries about when I'm have to be ready to shoot with the ladies. I can just kind of do the shows on my own. So anyway, without further ado, I will let you go for this week. I apologize once again that the girls could not be with me. Please stay healthy, stay safe, stop the hate, and come back anytime you need some shit talking.